Good evening, YouTube friends. My name is KL Armenia, and welcome to another exciting character drawing. In our last video, we switched it up a little bit, and we actually we drew a comic book character, but not just any comic book character. We drew the one, the only Spider-Man. It was so much fun to draw, and it got so many likes in the channel. So we are definitely gonna add more comic book characters to this lineup. So if you like to watch that video, or if you like to watch any of the other character drawings, you may do so in my channel. And if you like the channel, please like and subscribe. So for today's video, today is a special video. Today's video, I'm dedicating it to my late brother-in-law. It's been some years that he did pass, but he will never be forgotten. So I'm dedicating this to him, to my wife, and to my mother-in-law. But for this video, I'm gonna draw his favorite childhood character. I'm gonna draw Pinocchio, Disney's version of Pinocchio. So if you like to join me and draw along, please do so. Grab your pencil, pen, paper, markers, whatever you got, and draw along with me. Please remember, if you like my channel, hit the like button and subscribe. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, so I have my pencil, erasers. Let's get started on Pinocchio. All right, so I'm gonna start off just like I always do, with a line, with a circle. It's gonna come down to the front like this. And another one for the eyes. You wanna do it very, very light so you don't see it. So you don't see the lines when you actually finish your drawing. Then for the eyes, you want to do one down here. All right, so let's get started. The first thing I always like to start off when I do Pinocchio, which I gotta warn you guys right now, I only done him maybe twice, maybe. I'm gonna break it down like this, and I am sorry guys, I am gonna be doing some erasing on this one. I'm not too familiar with drawing Pinocchio, so I do apologize in advance. All right, so we got the eyes. Then we're gonna come around here, and we're gonna do one of the cheeks. fix it up a little bit. I am gonna be doing some erasing today, guys, so I do apologize. Pinocchio has one of those weird shaped heads. That character is so weird that you'll see later what I mean by that when I start with the fun facts. Alright. And then remember, we're gonna follow the circle that I did for his head. We're gonna end it there with the ear. We're gonna do like the top of a heart for the tongue. Alright guys, I am a very messy artist. I do a lot of lines until I find one that I like. Until I see that it works for me. So we got the top of the head. I just want to make sure that it's proportional with the cheek. Alright, now we'll do a line going across right here. Line going across, and that's going to be for his hair. Then I'm gonna take it down like this. He has a little wave in the front of his hair, just like that. And then it's gonna connect with this, with the side brow, just like that. And then back here, it's gonna have a little patch of hair. A little bit, I think I went too far. And then we're gonna bring it in, give it one strain, and then just like that. gonna come down. This side right here is the back of his hair. Just like that. And then it's gonna be the front of his hair. It's gonna come down like this. It's gonna come down. Just like that. It's looking a little bit like Pinocchio, guys, don't you think? It's gonna be the back of his hat. And over here, if we bring on the line all the way to here, over here, it's gonna be a little indentation, and that's gonna be the top of his hat. Okay. And it's gonna come down like this. Here, and it's gonna connect to this part. Just like that. And then we're gonna bring it down. He has this belt looking thing around the hat. I don't know what those things are called. And then he has a feather that comes along like this. Just like that. Right there. So now we're gonna, when you are happy with the way the lines are, you can continue. So now we're doing the neck. And then he has like a little collar around his neck with a bow tie. Just like that. It's gonna come out like that. So it's just a neck, got a bow tie. I can do little, refine it later on. Then over here, sorry, cleaning it up a little bit. I had too much eraser dust on it. The bottom of the suspender. Then we're gonna work on this arm. It's gonna come down like that. And it's just right there. And then we just, for now, gonna do for the hand, just a circle for now. And then over here, we're gonna do a big circle, and that's gonna be his feet. It's gonna be right in front of his hand. Now for this one, we're gonna do one finger right there. I want to make it a little bit fatter. To the bottom of the palm. That should be the first part you always do, so you know where the fingers are located. And then I'm gonna do the other hand right there, the other finger. So that's gonna be the other part of the arm. Or the hand. I'm not liking it too much, the proportions of it. I think I went a little bit too much. There, I like that better. And then down here, I'm gonna do for the shirt and finish it with the bottom of the pants down there. There you go. Go right here for this one. I want to do it there. And then his hands hiding behind. His hands hiding behind his shoe. just missing the one other leg. I'm gonna bring it down like that. Alright guys, I want to see really quick. Make sure that my camera is still rolling because sometimes it stops on me. And then, as you know, Pinocchio is a wooden puppet, so we're gonna draw. It's like a little screw to make his legs bend. And we're going to draw the other foot. Guys, that's what I got so far. I'm gonna take a little minute to, I'm gonna take a little second to drink something. If you guys are drawing along, I'm gonna give you a minute to catch up. Well, I'm taking a minute break. I'm gonna give you some fun facts about Pinocchio. The creator of Pinocchio, Carlo Collodi, wrote the original novel in installments in an Italian magazine in 1881, so it was pretty much like a comic book strip. 2 years later, it was published as a book. Alright, fact number 2, the name Pinocchio literally means little wooden head. Maybe that's why my mom used to call me Pinocchio when I was little. Maybe she knew that fact and I didn't. Showed her. Fact number 3, Disney's Pinocchio was released in February 7th, 1940 at Center Theater. And then February 23rd, 1940, it was released in the rest of the US. Alright, back to drawing. There's a few little other things I would like to do to it. But the actual drawing is pretty much done. Some little details I wanna do. I know a lot of artists, they do the details with the inking, but I like to know what I'm already inking, so I want to make sure that I already have everything the way I like it. Once you ink, that's it. That's your last. You can't do nothing about it. So unless you use whiteout, but I don't like whiteout. So over here, if you remember correctly, Pinocchio has in his shorts, he has two little stripe things going down. with what looks like little flowers, or just like that. I like to shade in a little bit the parts that are gonna be dark, so I'll know what I'm shading or what I'm coloring black. For example, his hair is gonna be all black. Alright, it's looking a little bit more like him. Finishes. Alright guys, I do apologize for that. The camera cut off on me. So it cut off in perfect time because I haven't done anything new to the drawing. It's still the same. For my next fact, the budget for Pinocchio was $2.3 million, and it only made $2 million in its initial release, meaning it didn't make any profit in its initial release. While I keep giving you the facts, guys, I'm going to actually start inking already. I do apologize again. My camera for some reason is acting up today. All right. Again, I'm inking with the micron pens. I love them. I love them for inking. Pinocchio was voiced by voice actor Dick Jones. Dick Jones did the voice for Pinocchio. I do apologize if I already had mentioned some of these facts. Is that, like I said, the camera cut off on me, so I do apologize in advance. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna start with the 2. And as you can tell, I'm a messy artist. I have lines everywhere. I like to draw different lines and keep drawing them until I get the perfect angle, the perfect line that I want of what I'm looking for. When I was growing up, I admired, you know, as a kid, I liked Disney cartoons, just like any other kid. But I've always liked to draw ever since I started drawing when I was about 4. And I always wanted to learn how they always did it, you know, the cartoons. So I started doing, you know, studying the artists. And 2 of the artists that I admire the most was Ollie Johnston and Frank Thomas. I've mentioned them before in another one of my videos. They're the reason that I fell in love with art in the first place. Ollie Johnston, he was a very clean artist. Best of friends, but very different when it came to their art. He was a very clean artist, his artwork was perfect by the time it touched the paper. By the time it touched that paper, his artwork was already perfect. Now, in the other hand, Frank Thomas, I think I think I am more like him. He was a very messy artist. He did a lot of lines, scribbles, and until he got it perfect. His work is amazing. And if you get a chance to see, if you haven't already, and you get a chance to see a video with them two working, it's amazing. And the reason I'm talking to you about Frank and Ollie is because they actually did have a part drawing Pinocchio. My next fact is it took 12 artists 18 months to come up with the look that you see Pinocchio today. Yeah, it took that long. Two of the artists, you guessed it, it was Frank and Ollie. Another one, he was also a big name, and I've mentioned him before in another one of my videos. It was another 9-old man. His name, Pinocchio. And as you may know, for animated movies, there's many different artists. They do different sequences for whatever sequence they're drawing for. It took and the artist that actually had sequence for Pinocchio was Frank, Ollie, Fred Moore, and Mel Kaw. If you look at Pinocchio, Ollie did the scene that Pinocchio is inside the birdcage, and he gets visited by the blue fairy, the nose girls. Yep, that was Ollie's scene right there. And Frank actually had the scene that he's dancing with the song "No Strings on Me." That scene was actually Frank's scene. But the supervising animator for Pinocchio, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Fred Moore. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on that one. If you hear anybody behind me, my wife is actually in here with me today. She wanted to see me do my video today because, as I mentioned in the introduction, this is a special video that I did that is dedicated to her and to her mom. So I just thought it would be nice if she was in here with me today. one shoe. Here's another fun fact. To make the movie Pinocchio, it actually took about 2 million drawings. That's a lot of drawings. And the worst part of that is only 300,000 actually made it into the film. How many perfect drawings were probably thrown away? It's sad. But knowing Disney, they don't throw away very much. Even the art pieces that they don't use, a lot of the time they put it in the what they call the morgue, which is kind of like a research library for artists that they have in the archives. Alright, the inking is done. Now onto the coloring. Let me take a minute break, guys, while I get some water. So another fun fact, in the original story of Pinocchio, Pinocchio was not very nice. He was actually very spoiled. Disney changed it up because it wasn't working for the movie. It was hard for people to fall in love with that character. He was actually a very spoiled child. Let me get something I eat really quick, guys. Sorry, I'm back. I was looking for a Sharpie that I wanted to use, but no, it was a little skinny one. But my daughter is always moving things around in here, so it's kind of, oh, thank you. Yay! I'm glad my wife's here today. She found it. So we got the eyes. Start with the hair. Please remember, guys, if you like these videos, like and subscribe. I think next I'm gonna be doing another comic book piece. February's coming up, so most likely I'm gonna be doing a lot of Valentine's art pieces. Like I was thinking maybe Harley Quinn and Batman, Joker, or Catwoman and Batman, or we'll see. Alright, now the actual coloring starts. And guys, I am using my wife's marker, but this time she's here, so it's proof that she's letting me use it. So I'm not gonna get in trouble for it. Another fun fact, in the original story of Pinocchio, Monstro the whale was not a whale. It was actually a giant shark. That's interesting. Alright, I'm gonna start with the face. Make sure I got the right. Clean it up a little bit before. I can erase it now, but after I put the markers on, it's very hard to erase those lines. Got one hand and then the other down here. And then the leg. I know there's different ways of doing this. Some people like to start coloring with the dark color first, but I like to start with the lighter. And then I'll do little shadings with the darker. Or in this case, with a little pink, like for instance for the cheeks. No shading, where it's darker. I'm gonna do this one is gonna be black. That's the nail. That's in his leg, or the screw, or whatever it is. Right. Following that, I'm gonna use the brown for the shoes. Shoe. I'm gonna do the other. Got the other shoe right there. And my last fact for Pinocchio is Pinocchio actually won the Academy Award in 1941. It won for Best Original Song. And the song is the famous song, When You Wish Upon a Star. Actually, let me do the yellow first. See which yellow I want to put in. guys, let me get a drink. Alright, his shirt is yellow. Right. I'm gonna go with the red. The red's gonna up here. Maybe the red overalls. I'm not too sure if these are the actual colors, guys, but with coloring, you know, it's whatever you want to make it. There's no right and run. Little details. I'm gonna go over it a little bit with the darker. Now with the blue, I'm gonna go with blue. So sometimes when you do the shading with the darker color, you might want to go over it again with the lighter one, just so it can blend in very well. Then he had some blue eyes. And this, guys, I'm just doing it just because the buttons, I hit it over, and make sure that's too dark. I don't want it too dark. When I color, when I have a white paper, a white something white, I like to put a little gray on it, just so it can, since you're not going to be coloring it, it doesn't look like it's unfinished. I don't know if you know what I mean by that. So it doesn't look like it's just something that you forgot. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we're about done. Sometimes I go over something with a little bit of gray just to give that shadow look. But like I said, this is more me being picky. You guys don't have to do this. Alright, and then my last little touches I always do. Add the dust for the pupil. There you go, guys. That's Pinocchio. Again, please remember, always sign your artwork. Alright guys, and that's Pinocchio. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did too. It's a very special video. Thank you for being here with us. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, bye.